So I'm often asked, which channels do I use for outbound prospecting? And it's a really great question and one that can be quite confusing to know where to start. The best way to think about it is that it depends on the deal size. So with smaller and transactional deals, which have a short sales cycle, you can use just email and social. Perhaps the social being the social channels where your prospects are. So that likely if you're B2B will be LinkedIn. If you're B2C, it could be Instagram or Facebook. However, when it's a relational sales, a longer sales cycle and larger deal size, you may want to add more channels into your cadences and with your outbound prospecting. And you'll want to follow up with more communication like the phone, across the phone, video, even direct mail, and personalized experiences. But the most important thing to remember is to use the channels where your prospects are. Now, on this slide here, you can see that I've added the deal sizes at the top, and then these are just recommended different segmentations of when you should use different channels. I'm not saying that you can't use direct mail for lower deal sizes. It just means that it's harder for you to get the ROI because direct mail costs a little bit more. So if you, as you can see, if your deal size is less than $1,000 per year, then email, social, and a generic video would be the best channels to use because you can do all of these at scale. Whereas if your deal size is $50,000 to $100,000 a year, then you have the budget and you have the flexibility in your cost per acquisition to use personalized video and maybe even create personalized landing pages using various tools to do so when it comes to outbound prospecting. So the important thing to remember is think about your deal size and think about whether you have that budget within the cost per acquisition to acquire new customers. And the last thing to remember is to always prospect where you're on the channels that your prospects use.